Hi beautiful creatures, and welcome back to my channel. This is KimStar13 and this is my new series that's going to replace Mount Hob. So before we get into it, I do want to say I am using vibrant visuals right now. This is also a template world. It's been pre-explored and everything. I mean by Minecraft, obviously. Mojang. I haven't been in this world yet. So let's go ahead and find somewhere to camp up. These vibrant visuals are kind of like, the last time I tried to use them, they were very orange. But like right now, they kind of look okay. Like, I don't know. I usually use fancy the visual setting, fancy. I guess this is, oh, I have a shadow. Like, it's my actual shadow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and empty out our hotbar and put in the axe and the pickaxe. And I saw some iron, I do believe, down here. So I'm going to go ahead and collect some cobblestone and make a stone pickaxe. Alright, I'm going to go exploring a little bit and collect as much of this iron up here as I can. I like that it's still like a peak. It's jagged peaks. I wanted goats, just to have screaming goats, you know? Anyway, let me go ahead and mine this. And I will be right back. So it looks like it's just this entire area is surrounded by a jagged snowy peak, and I am not a fan of the snow. We all know why. So, like, I guess we're gonna stay down here and mine our way straight out from, like, base ground level, I guess. Maybe. I'm thinking I could set up a base here in the middle of the jagged peaks. And I know I'm, like, notorious for not traveling very far from spawn. I am trying to collect some dye flowers and some wheat seeds as well. I'm still tripping out over the fact that I have a me-shaped shadow. That's pretty cool. Alright, but I don't know. I'm notorious for not traveling away from spawn. So I think this is actually going to be perfect, and I can do a lot of things with the peaks up top if I get rid of the powdered snow, because nobody likes quicksand snow. And I think I can just mine straight out on base level of the ground, like ground zero, I guess, and go from there. Alright, I'm gonna just do some terraforming and fill this hole in, because I think I have an idea of what I want to do. So I'm gonna go collect these trees right here real quick and then flatten it out. Alright, so I thought it was about to rain, but it's just nighttime with the vibrant visuals. I'm just not very good at differentiating. There is so much light pollution. Like, how does one little torch make it dark everywhere else around? It's like the natural lighting is too natural almost. Okay. I am going to empty everything out into my chest, and I'm going to attempt to make barrels because chests make a loud noise. Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make a furnace and smelt my iron real quick and make a bucket. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to let my phone cool off. I about had to put it in the freezer. I changed it back to fancy visuals, so the light pollution's not as bad, which is a plus. But, yeah. That was actually kind of scary. I thought my phone was gonna kind of explode, so we're not gonna be using that again. Plus, nighttime kind of, see, like, it looks better without the vibrant visuals at night. Like, during the day, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. But at nighttime, it's scarier. I mean, I guess it was supposed to be a horror game. So that makes sense. Right now, I'm just collecting a bunch of spruce. I was going to level out everything, but I need wood. I need more resources, and I kind of want to collect the saplings because I didn't do that when I started the game. And there's a few birch and oak trees down here, but I need spruce trees because my idea that I have is not going to work without spruce trees. I'm going to go, I think I heard water over this way, and I heard something, yeah. I'm also about to, so let me get out of here. Alright, and the water should be over here somewhere because I still hear it. And I'm gonna go collect the water. Alright, so I spent most of the night collecting saplings, basically just standing around waiting for them to drop. And now I'm kind of trying to get down off of this cliff side without getting hurt really bad. I also think I saw some coal over here in this little drop off, I guess. Yeah, I did. I saw that wasn't the coal I saw, but yeah, there it is. Oh, an emerald too. Oh, I gotta go get my iron pickaxe. Alright, so I basically just made the essentials for base. I'm making my bed currently, and I'm going to, I've already got the shovels and everything made. I'm making some torches, and we're going to start terraforming. Okay, so I forgot all about terraforming and decided to go look for more iron and coal, because I'm gonna need a lot of it for lanterns. And there's some iron there. I've already seen a few emeralds in here as well. So I'm gonna just explore a little bit more and take some ores, and I will be back. Alright, so I forgot to come back and get my iron pickaxe, and I was in there for so long that it had become nighttime. So I immediately went to bed when I got back. So we're just going to empty out our inventory a little bit. I'm going to smelt the iron I have, and I'm going to get rid of this chest because I don't like the noise it makes. And then we're going to put everything between these two barrels, including the chest. I might make another barrel. But we're going to terraform next. Alright, so I played into that pretty quickly. I've been putting off the terraforming for a bit. I did mark out the areas where I want to terraform and how high up I want to go up this little hill here. So we're going to do that. And I don't want it to, I kind of want it to be on 99 or 98 as the base level, where we'll call it like land level or sea level, I guess, because sea level is like 63, 64, I can't really remember, but we're in a mountain, so everything's got to be at like 98, 99. I'm going to get this leveled out and filled in because this is a little dangerous for hopping around. Kimstar, that was fast. How did you do that? Movie magic. So I have leveled it out, and now I am carving into the side of the hill here to put a base down. And I know it's going to be a little redundant to fill this in with dirt and then have to come back and remove the dirt later. Just trust the process here, okay? Alright, and I also still have to go down 2 or 3, 3 levels to get it on 98. So that is the level I ended up on. It was adequate. I did leave a big empty space under part of the grass there, so I will have to fill that in when I build something there. I haven't decided if I'm going to build it yet or not, because we are at level 98 basically, so it's not going to hold what I want it to hold, but that's fine. But you know how I am with water features and how I love them, so it'll work out either way. Anyway, it's also going to make it easier when I do go in to kind of map out what I want it to look like with the dirt here. I have decided it is going to be a hobbit mansion, basically. A hobbit hole mansion. It's going to be massive. Alright, so it is going to make it easier to kind of, not really the layers, but the levels. Alright, I gotta clear out this little section in between all this. It's quite a bit, because this is the level we need it down to, and we're up here, so let's get that cleared out. Oh, of course it starts to rain. Okay, so this is going to be a mine entrance, and of course, why not, to go with our hobbit mansion, why not a ginormous mine entrance that's very ornate? Thank you. Beautiful idea. Very Lord of the Ring-esque of you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to let it rain, and I will be back. Okay, so I decided to make it 1 block wider, and I decided to do like a 2 block step down and then a 2 block drop on the ceiling, if that makes sense. Like it's 5 wide and spaced out by 2 steps, pretty much like that. Okay. Anyway, the reason I started recording was because of all the coal and copper I've been finding. It'd be pretty awesome if I had enough copper by the end of this tunnel at Y level, like 64, sea level, whatever, that, you know, we have a bunkerable material. Well, this is mine. We're not going to turn it into a bunker. Anyway, I have not found any iron. I did find 1 emerald, but literally that was it. That was all. There wasn't even any more emerald within the vicinity either. Like, I dug a lot. Nothing. Anyway, hopefully there's a lush cave in here somewhere. That would be very nice. Makes it a lot easier to make mossy brick. Is that dripstone? I think it is. Awesome. Okay, no lush cave, but definitely a dripstone cave, so we can get started on our endless, infinite water source, basically. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. And I can't. There we go. Okay, I can see now. Alright. Alright, so we found our first drip stalagmite. Is that the one that comes from the ceiling? Or stalactite? It's a stag of sorts. Anyway, I did not fail geography. It's just been like 20 years. So, bear with me. Anyway. Okay. I'm gonna have to go down a lower level or 2. Let's see. Maybe about 5 more levels, and then I can branch off and touch grass in that cave right there. If there's grass down there, I'm gonna record that and laugh, because look at me. Alright, let's see. There probably is dirt down there though. I just can't really see much of anything. Yeah. So about 5 more levels and then I can branch off. Alright guys, so I got it all the way down to Y level 60, or 59 I think. Right now I'm just filling in where I've mined coal and copper in the walls. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me fix that real quick. Straight here, and then fill this hole in. Anyway, I did put this right here. This is 5 levels down, and then I kind of made it into the bottom part of that little dripstone cave system. There wasn't really much to explore there, at all. But I am down to, I'm pretty sure this is Y level 59. I'm gonna click this coal though. And I have yet to, I say get to the edge of the mountain or anything like that, but like I will probably be digging forever trying to get out from under this mountain. I probably should have explored the other side of the mountain first to see how the ground level was outside of the mountain, but that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna collect this coal and I will be back. Alright, so I came back to pick up my torches, and I discovered iron. I had missed it on my first run through, so I'm grabbing that before I grab all my torches, and I'm gonna check this out down here. I think this is the end of the, oh, okay, no, but that's the end of the cave. Alright, so we're gonna take all our torches, and we're gonna head back to base, empty our inventory, and probably go exploring, maybe. I haven't really decided yet, but we'll see. I did collect the iron. I collected the emerald that I found in here earlier, and so now I have 4. I found 4 emeralds. That was very exciting. So we've got 5 emeralds all together. Alright, let's go ahead and smelt our iron, put our emeralds with our emerald, and I think we're gonna make I need to put some grass on that top level so it's even with that one. If I'm gonna explore, I'm gonna go out over here where I found the water source, because it's kind of cleared of powdered snow that way, obviously because of the water. But also, speaking of water, I think what I'm gonna do is make a cauldron, and we are going to build our endless water source, or our infinite water source. So let's go ahead and make the cauldron. I think it's just a U. Yep, it's just a U of iron. And we're gonna put it over here where the land kind of juts out, where I've flattened everything, because it's not gonna stay there forever. It's just temporary, because I'm probably gonna put my farm in this little corner over here. But we're gonna clear this area out and make room for the infinite water source. Okay, so I had to redo it a little bit. I did mess up. I built it too low, so the dripstone was like not even a block away. So I raised it up a little bit. I did put the water in and accidentally filled the cauldron up, so then I had 2 water bucket sources, two sources of water. So I ended up making an infinite water source that way, and then now we've got a constant water source. And I'm just gonna cover the water up so it doesn't freeze or anything. And let's go do... I probably need to go take a nap now after doing all that work. Alright. Good morning, beautiful creatures. So we're going to terraform a little bit. I don't even know that hurts now. I don't know why I put it there. I thought it would melt. It did not. Anyway, I'm going to terraform a little staircase going up right here and coming down from the mine to base camp. And then I'm probably going to do some terraforming again later. So I will be back. Hi beautiful creatures, I'm back. So I made a animal pen. The only problem is I don't have the necessities to lure the animals into said pen. So we're just gonna take it down. It's one of those things I don't want to talk about right now. But I guess I'm gonna grow a garden and get some hay so I can lure some animals in. Which, the reason I like the idea that we're in like this massive valley in between all the peaks is because it's a meadow. There will be donkeys, rabbits, of course, cows and sheep. I might get an occasional, I said donkeys, but they're probably mules. But we could also probably get goats, because the peaks do reach up that high. So we could probably have a whole zoo down here. And there's enough space for me to build said zoo, if I wanted to do a zoo. It sounds like a lot of work, though. Classic Kimstar. Alright, so our water source is water sourcing. I don't have my bucket to empty that, so it's fine. Let's go ahead and empty out my inventory a little bit. I'm gonna get the bucket and some seeds, and I'm gonna start that garden. so we have our little garden growing. I'm gonna put these fence posts down right here across the front, and I'm just gonna zigzag them through. And then I'm going to plant the dark oak saplings that I have and some spruce saplings, because I'm gonna need a lot of dark oak and a lot of spruce for this build. I'm gonna need a lot of wood, period. I'm also gonna need a lot of stone brick, mossy stone brick, and cracked stone brick. So it's a good thing we've been keeping all of our cobblestone, huh? Let's go ahead and plant these and move on. Alrighty, so we've basically got most of those chopped down. I'm going to go ahead and start sketching out where I want the ceiling level to be. I think right here should be good, and we'll do 5 from the midpoint, which means we'll do 5 from the midpoint on the other side, and then we will see how it goes from there, because they won't be even unless I add a lot of dirt. So we're gonna try to make it as even as possible, and it's gonna be massive, so we gotta be thinking with that in mind. Not too much, not too little. That works. Alright, so we've got this section done. so I did the rinse and repeat method a few more times until I made a symmetrical, it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be a massive mansion. I might as well build a bunker underneath this thing. Alright, so we're back. I am going to move on to digging this out. I think I'm gonna go 10 or 11 back. Oh, I forgot I left a hole here. I'm gonna repair this hole in the wall, basically, and then we're gonna go, I think I'm gonna do 11 so the floor is even, but I have room to expand because this is a huge mountain, so we will go with that in mind. But we're gonna start with 11 and then this section as well, and then we'll move on to the other sections until it is cleared out. So let's get started on that, shall we? I will be back after this hydration break. Remember, beautiful creatures, stay hydrated. Alright, beautiful creatures, I'm back after that hydration break. I am now working, I'm going to start with this center section first, because I'm not too worried about what the middle section looks like, but I want this section to go all the way to the back wall, even though I have done like a level roof kind of appeal or ceiling. Each time, as you can tell, it gets a little taller. So what I'm going to do is this center focal point is going to go all the way back, and then I'm going to clear out the space in between those, and I'm just kind of lining this up to show you what I mean. So, actually, let's go ahead and take the rest of this out until we get to that point. Basically, I'm going to go all the way to the wall with this, and this is where I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to bevel the roof so it doesn't look, or the ceiling, I'm going to bevel the ceiling so it doesn't look choppy. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side and clear out this middle section in between these two pieces. And it's going to be a massive center room, and I'm going to have a pillar in the center of those two. You know what? You'll see. You'll see when I get there. Okay, that took me long enough. This is what I mean by a centerpiece. It is going to be a center column, and this is where I'm going to put the chimney in the middle, and I think I'm going to put one in the very back as well, because it's a big, massive mansion in the middle of a biome that's cold, of course. Anyway, so we're going to finish clearing this out, and then we're going to work on the floor. And then I might do a TikTok live later. So we will see how that works out. Alright, so I finished clearing everything out, and I did the beveled roof thing or ceiling, and I love how it looks. I am going to have to clear out a layer of the ceiling to do the ceiling. I'm also going to have to clear out a layer to do the walls and the floors. But before I do that, I saw that there was a cave up here behind a group of spruce trees when I was on the other side exploring for iron. So I'm going to find. I better find some iron up here because I have not found any iron. Oh, I scared the bunny. I haven't found any iron at all in my mine shaft, nor have I found any iron on the other side. You know what? Look at me go. I'm pretty, yep, I did. Booyah. Alright, I am gonna mine this out, and I will be back. Alright, beautiful creatures, so right now I am basically setting up my floor for when I do the live stream. I'll have all this emptied out so I can just go ahead and start placing the flooring down. Right now I'm just, contemplating on how I want to do this. I've never gone live before, but TikTok keeps sending me notifications and they're like, you can go live now. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna do that. So I saw that it has an option to go live with mobile gaming, and I thought that that would be the best bet. I don't know how live streaming works on YouTube, if you have to have a certain amount of followers or not. So if you want instant gratification, you can catch me on live. I haven't set a schedule yet, but I will post about a week in advance if I figure it out and let y'all know, so y'all can follow me on there and check it out. I will be featuring the live stream here if I can figure out how to work it. And if it's not too chaotic, I might keep it all in. If it's chaotic, I'm just gonna cut it completely. So we will see how that goes. But that is what I'm doing right now, setting this up for the flooring to be put in. I have also made I've made a lot of stone, so I'm gonna make some stone bricks. I don't have a lot of vines, so I don't know how I'm gonna make the mossy stone brick, but we will figure it out as we go. But let's get this cleared out and get started.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful creatures, I am so sorry. So I actually had to mute the footage because my child has one of those viral trampolines with like all the accessories, and she was going bonkers in it, like throwing herself in the swing and stuff. So it was making a lot of noise, and you couldn't hear me actually talk because of the Minecraft feedback versus my child playing versus my voice. So I've muted all the clips, and I'm gonna remove as much of them as possible. But basically right now I'm just mining out the ores I have found. I really honestly didn't think that anybody in the chat could hear me, but like I also didn't keep viewers for more than like 8 seconds at the most. But that's okay. I'm going to kind of explain what I'm gonna do, and hopefully that makes more sense, because so much of the footage is gonna be missing. Don't rely on TikTok Live. I do want to say, for those that did join, thank you. Thank you for the likes, and thank you for views. I really appreciate it, and I hope to do it again sometime soon, but with less child noise. I will have to figure out how to. I still haven't figured out the headphone situation that has a mic that does background cancellation. That would be great. So if anybody has some suggestions, leave a comment down below. But let's get started on the floors, because we've got this all pretty much cleared out as is. I'm going to use spruce and dark oak, and I'm going to show you the pattern, and then I'm going to pretty much move on to the next step. Alright, I will be back. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys real quick this clip. Basically I am doing spruce planks, dark oak planks, and then I'm going to do a 3x3 checkered pattern because it is a massive floor space. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And then I am going to, I think I'm going to do the chimney next. I mean, I don't think, I definitely did the chimney next. There was a lot going on. Like, my child was so loud, and it was like a terrible feedback. I guess because I was playing the game with the sound at the same time as, you know, talking and having a lot of background noise. It was excruciatingly painful. I do want to add, if you did join the live, thank you so much. And if you sent likes, also, especially, thank you so much. I appreciate every bit of it. I am going to work on finding a system that works, so there is less chaos. And it was honestly, I was so anxious the entire time. I keep forgetting that I removed the audio, so like, I have to describe what I'm doing because I was saying pretty much a lot during this time. I was saying thank you and hello every few seconds. But right now I'm just adding the texture of the cracked brick to it. And this is pretty much done. I will have to collect what I have dropped on the inside, and that's okay. And then I'm going to work on the wall next. Alright, so with the wall, I'm going to keep the same pattern with the cracked stone brick, regular stone brick, and mossy stone brick. I left a gap in the wall. I didn't go all the way to the back end or all the way to the front because I'm going to put pillars in, and it's going to be like beams, support beams. I also want to do the same kind of thing with the ceiling as well, but I'm going to have to work into that. I'm probably going to add support beams right at the corners. But, okay, we are back to our normal scheduled programming. I figured out at the very end of the live how to get rid of the chat box and make it disappear, where it's still kind of there, but it's off screen, kind of. So I did that, but we are back to our regular recording session. Anyway, I left these gaps here for the beams, of course, and I am going to do the same thing with the ceiling. I'm probably going to put the beams in first on the ceiling when I get to that point, but I think I'm going to expand the wall back one, so maybe, I don't know. I think it's fine because there's a lot going on with the pattern, and it's kind of wonky on this end, but that's okay. It's fine. I'm going to do this farming real quick, and then I think we're gonna go on an adventure. I need to travel. I'm a little anxious still, so I'm gonna go explore the world. Alright, so I made it over a little peak over here. I'm just looking for iron right now. I think I see some over here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. I'm going to explore a little bit. I am going to try to collect some birch saplings while I'm out here. And I'm covered on dark oak saplings. I have just enough to pretty much grow and grow some more. Because I have a backup stash as well. I need birch, and I'm going to attempt to find other wood types as well, because, you know, there's a lot going on in my little world over here. I just want to have extra wood types, just in case I do end up building, like, a village or something in here, because I gotta think big. I did see some coal up here that I'm gonna try to grab. And I think there might be iron above it, so we're gonna do that as well. And I will be back after I find some birch to collect. Alright, beautiful creatures, I have found a pale garden. I've collected some logs. I'm trying to collect the saplings, and I've collected a little bit of the pale moss. So I'm going to continue to do that and wait for the saplings, and then I'm going to explore more because we are near a dark forest as well. Dark oak forest. Alright, so that felt like it took ages waiting on the pale oak tree saplings to drop. I did find this not too far away. I am going to collect some of the rooted dirt, and then I am going to follow this down there and dig straight into the wall, and hopefully I will find the lush cave. If not, I am going to dig my way down to it to get regular moss. Even though my inventory is slam full. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so I know you can barely see what is going on, but I brought a boat in case I saw an ocean. And I didn't find an ocean, but I'm going to use it to clutch fall, but not really clutch because I'm sitting in it as it falls, to get down a level, because I didn't honestly expect it to be a cave. I was hoping for a lush cave immediately, but we will do what we can. And I'm gonna do the same thing when I figure out how to get this thing out of this hole that I've put it in. Here we go. Booyah. I'm going to do a 3x3 hole right here. And let me get out of this and pick this up real quick. Or just move it out of my way. Yeah, there's no lush cave here. So we're gonna have to go down further. And I'm gonna leave this opening here. I didn't mean to put that torch down. And I'm going to come back later to collect more items, because I do want azalea bushes, and I also want more rooted dirt, because that would be perfect for a farm. Duh. And let's just make a 3x3 hole here and go straight down in layers. And we will clutch if we get down to... Let me build a staircase up from right here first, because I am definitely gonna empty my inventory out of things I don't need, like cobblestone, once I get down there to collect more items. So I should have brought bundles. I should have had cows already. That's a me problem. All right, let's go ahead and head down. All right, beautiful creatures. After a 5-year journey, we are back. I did end up leaving a really long, atrocious, zigzagging trail of cobblestone, so we're gonna have to fix that eventually if we're gonna stay in this world forever. I'm just emptying out my inventory real quick. I collected so much stuff while we were down there. But I got glowberries, spores, a lot of moss, a lot of rooted dirt, some coal, ink sacks, glow ink sacks. I have so much iron now, though, thankfully. There was so much iron in that lush cave. And I also got, I think that about covers it, honestly. I did leave a trail of cobblestone that I'm going to have to, that's going to irritate me until the end of time. Let's go ahead and organize these, and I will be back. Oh, speaking of, stay hydrated, beautiful creatures. And if you don't mind, follow me on TikTok and look out for a special post. All right. Okay, bye. All right, beautiful creatures, that is all I have for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you could, give this video a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe. All right, thank you, and I appreciate it all. All right, bye.